Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest rally trapping video. In today's video, I'll showcase some clips from the Mini Titan. I also have some important information about the account giveaway at the end of this video, so stay tuned to the end for that. So in today's video, I'll be taking a bunch of rallies on my rally trap. This first situation was basically just a shield drop. I'm doing the same thing I normally do. I do not run an anti on this account, if you guys are wondering. I just basically drop my shield, give them my scout, and then hopefully they go for it. In this situation, they kind of called for a double, and I wasn't sure if they were allies or just two people who found me by the shield bot, but they sort of set it a kind of time double where they had timers going. The first one here is from Soap, and then the other guy is from SVM. They're quite strong. I'm going to be switching to my pack 5s kind of last second. I'm just hoping they don't scout me because, again, I don't want them to get my scout with my pack 5s because they'll know I'm online. Same thing here. I'm just going to swap my formation just in case because I am setting an infantry for this one. Unfortunately, I believe UUU did not fill completely, so they ended up canceling the rally here. They end up resetting afterwards, which is nice, but yeah, I just don't think they filled that one. And then I think SVM end up canceling as well right after this as well, just because UUU also canceled. And I don't know if they're allies or not, but they were kind of timing this one, so I'm not sure if they were waiting for one person to send first, or they were actually just trying to time a double, but we'll never know because they ended up having to redo this at the end here. So yeah, I could tell that UUU did not fill their rally here just by the amount of marches that they had sent, and I kind of knew the rally wasn't completely full, so I was not super surprised when they canceled. And obviously after that I want to take my pack 5s off my wall just in case they end up scouting me again. Thankfully they weren't really scouting me much here, and they weren't really testing a lot, so I could kind of switch my formation and switch my familiars pretty easily. As you can see, they both ended up resetting here, so the double is back on. In this situation though, it is a little bit difficult because I really don't know when to put my pack 5s on, because again, like I said, if they scout me and they see the pack 5s on there, they're like, oh, he's online, and also he has pack 5s. So that does kind of ruin the trap. And yeah, I don't want that to happen. Now they are scouting me, so it's a good thing I don't have the pack 5s on my wall. And again, here comes the coalition. They're not going to time it this time. It is going to be a cav rally. Thankfully, I did get my swap off there in time. So again, I'm not planning on swapping my gear for this at all, but I thought from that counter there, they're actually going to cancel the second rally. But in this situation, they did not. And UUU Soap is the stronger lead, so that is the one I was really wanting to counter, because if not, it can get kind of dicey there, because yeah, he's 180 castle stars, 400 artifact stars, a bunch of tempered 12 in his stuff, and it looks like they are not canceling, so it does look like they're just going to go for it. So SVM is going to be coming in quite soon here, so let's take a look and see. Coalition is speeding up. It is an infantry blast. I'm just going to swap over to Cav. Again, I think SVM was waiting for a Soap to hit and take out my infantry, but obviously that didn't happen, and they ended up sending an infantry blast, even though I think I was tested in infantry on this situation. You can see I was able to counter both. I did not swap to my war gear. Again, if it's not like a max account or they're not going mix, I really don't need my war gear on this account. Like, even my monster hunting gear here, you can see I still have about 400 mix in this monster hunting gear, so it's still decent stats. I did not throw the pack 5s on my wall. Again, if I'm going to be countering them and they're not setting a double, I don't need the pack 5s because they literally will not trigger at my current troop comp. Yeah, I got 28 mil. So for 28 mil, what is it, like, it's somewhere near 1 million that they are actually like trigger. So like, one of the guys didn't even do 1 million damage to me, so it would have triggered not at all. For the Soap one, it would have triggered, but again, it wasn't super important. But yeah, he did end up doing a little bit more damage. But again, this gear I have literally has 0 stats. I have no jewels in my monster hunting gear, except for maybe my offhand monster hunting gear. I think I got 1 jewel in there or something like that. But yeah, you can see here, UUU Soap. Look at that, tempered 12 mythic champ. He's got some champ accessories, got everything. He's still at 1 million tier 5 in that rally as well, which is pretty crazy. You can see what familiars I took with, just the free-to-play ones. Ended up doing 1.6. He probably did over 1 million damage with just his pack 5s as well on that hit. This guy, strong rally lead, 94 castle stars, mythic champ, but nowhere near where Soap is. So also he had less tier 5, only 800k in there. Ended up doing 900k damage. So he probably did 700, 600k with his pack 5s, and the rest was just his regular damage, but obviously not enough with my current comp and my stats. Keep in mind, this account does have debuffs on it, if you guys are wondering. It has the debuff skin, so I got 13% debuffs. It's got max counter at 60%. By the way, if you guys are building a trap, I would suggest going for max counter. Get Chronicler and get Jade Worm. Max that counter plus the counter research. It does help a lot. Like, it makes your trap probably twice as strong as it is. So if you can get those, get those. If you're free to play, just try to get the counter research done if possible. That's pretty much it. And you can see I'm taking these rallies with like 400% stats, so like the attack and HP and stuff is not as important as, let's say, the counter and the debuffs and stuff. Those are almost more important than the actual stats you have. I'm not saying stats don't help, just they're not as important as those when you're talking about trapping and stuff like that, trust me. But the debuff skin is a little expensive, so maybe just get the debuff research if you can, if you don't mind the extra might, because that is 120 mil. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next clip. This is in KVK. This is from Princess SSB from XK. This guy is not a strong lead. I was going back and forth wondering if I should let him counter me. In the end, I think I end up countering him, and I kind of like regret it, because I should have just let him counter me, because I would have got a second rally. But it is a lot of tier 5, so I'm just like, I guess I'll counter this one. But in hindsight, I should have just let him counter me, because that would have been the best idea in this situation, mostly because he wouldn't have done a lot of damage, and yeah, you can see he did 600k. He's not very strong, so yeah, he does have pack 5s, he just doesn't have the stats. So if he hit me full counter, I didn't have a lot of range though, that was my other issue here, only 4.2. He probably would have did 2 point something at least to my account in this gear. Also, I don't have any stats in this gear, so that's the other issue. So it's like, but in hindsight, I should have let him counter me. Then I would have got a second rally. But since I countered, they knew I was online and they didn't go for a second rally. So unfortunate, they just kind of let him get capped. Again, he doesn't have bad gear, he doesn't have bad familiars and all that. He's just not like a good lead, if that makes sense. Like, for him countering me would have done like not very much at all, maybe 2 mil, 2.5 mil probably ish, and I would have got a second rally out of it. So yeah, but yeah, unfortunately did not get a second rally. So got a lot of points from that, because there was a lot of tier 5 in that rally though. So it would have been better if I got a second one. Yeah, almost 1.3 mil. Yeah, you can see how much damage he did. 300k. I think one of his pack 5s must have hit my front line, and one hit the my infantry, because there's no way his pack 5s do less than his actual rally damage when I counter him, especially since I got full counter on this account. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next one. This is an interesting situation. So my shield dropped, and I ended up getting a kind of a triple rally set on me. It wasn't a timed triple rally. These were just 3 different guilds rallying me at the same time, because again, when you're in a big kingdom and your shield drops, everyone kind of scouts you and everyone runs in to try and rally you and stuff like that. So the first rally lead that's going to be hitting me is BW2 Chobe. Chobe is really strong. I mean, technically all these rally leads are really strong, but Chobe is the strongest one here. Pretty much a maxed account, I would say, at this point. You can see Refuser is really strong as well. Yeah, just they're all really strong. So again, it would have sucked to try to take a triple rally from this close from all these guys, but they are going in singles. Yeah, NSP here, almost a getting up there, a pretty strong account. Chobe, you can see, yeah, 630 castle stars, 115 blessed, 185 castle stars. Maybe not maxed account, but he is like a close to maxed account sort of thing. Definitely a Titan. Let's see. Yeah, anyways, yeah, so in this situation, obviously, I'm going to be swapping to my my pack 5s on my wall for this one. I'm just wondering if they're actually going to have a timer or not, and I don't think they were, so I'm going to be switching out to infantry since I'm in range. It is the safest one, just in case they do anything. I'm going to throw my war gear on. It is an infantry blast, so I'm going to switch over to cav, or I'm going to random away. Never mind, I decided not to random away. I'm going to switch to cav. anyways, was able to cap that. Unfortunately, now that I've thrown on my war gear and the other rallies weren't walking, there's a good chance they're going to cancel after the strongest guy gets capped like that. Yeah, they still had like 30 seconds left, so unfortunately, won't get that. But yeah, you can see didn't do a lot of damage to me, so the other two guys ended up canceling. Someone from their guild would have seen the war gear as well, so I had that on quite a while, so I was a little bit extra careful there. I could have been less careful, honestly, in this situation. I still had a pretty big comp at this point. I really need to get a better fake gear set, or I have built one since then. Since these situations, I've just basically jeweled up a fake gear set that really doesn't look scary at all. And it's not even like war gear, it's just like non-war gear pieces I put jewels in. So I've been taking a lot of rallies with that, but yeah, you can see here he's got pretty much, yeah, he's got all temperate 12 on all his pieces. So he's running at least 1500% probably blast on that set. It's a pretty good blast set. Yeah, even with that, he still ended up doing, what was it, like 1.2, 1.3, 1.3-ish? Yeah, so yeah, I would probably take a lot more damage if I didn't have my war gear set on, but I probably could have took more rallies if I didn't swap to my war gear there. So that's why I have built, since this situation, I've built a proper fake set that I have jewels in that I can take rallies in. So I'm over 500% mix in that fake set, and it doesn't look like a fake war gear set. It just looks like I have like farming gear on pretty much. So that's pretty much it. In this last situation, this was KBK. This was actually between the two rallies there, but I put it at the end anyways. This was just me, had a 500% boost or 100% boost on, so I was just going to come and solo one of our rally targets who was in Fury. I didn't know what he had. Actually, no one had know what he had. That's why we were rallying him, but I was like, sure, he's 500 mil, let's solo him. So I poured it next to him and just sent in a cab blast and hope for the best. If he was a rally trap, he obviously would have capped me. But in this situation, he was not a rally trap. He just had 4.4 million troops, so got a walk back, did 800k damage to him. Yeah, and then my guild mates ended up solo zeroing him after that. So anyways, if you have stayed this long, we do need to talk about the giveaway. So the giveaway, account giveaway, the 600 mix account giveaway, everyone's probably excited for. The main stipulation is you need to be in my Slayer chat. I will leave the link for the Slayer and the video, like the giveaway video, in the comments down below. You have to join my Slayer chat on Slayer. So download Slayer, jump in my Slayer chat. Make sure you switch your avatar to something just so I know you're pretty active, and just try to be active in the chat. If you have trapping questions, that's a place to go ask them because I'll be answering them there. If you have some traps you want to show, or just anything to do with Lords Mobile, or you just want to join in the chat, I will be picking one of the more active people, but the only way to win the account is be in that chat because I'm only going to be picking someone from that chat. So keep in mind, jump in the chat. I'll pick somebody who's active to win the account, and then we'll have some more account giveaways after that. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys are excited for the giveaway, and I'll see you guys in the next one.